this. Okay. So, hi everyone. Welcome to this session on what you call generative art, and then we'll see what you think. By the end of this session, I can promise you one thing: you guys will be able to create what you call art, something like this, if not better. And that's a promise. Just want everyone to participate. And the thing is, if you have your PCs with you, is the best thing, because then you learn better and how you're going to see how you can, improve your art, and what are the tools, how you can create your own models, because the game is, creating your own models in AI, and that's where everything is changing. So before we start, I'll just, everyone is aware. I'll just give you a small cover on ChatGPT, because everyone is aware, I assume, but still there are tools people are working on prompts. So ChatGPT, there's this what you call collection of GPT prompts. So if you can use this as an what you call guidance to help you use ChatGPT better. So if you are a designer, this will give you, help you on things. So there are a lot of cheat sheets and other things which have been in the marketplace, but this was one of a good one which I found. You can start using this. This is chatgpt.getlaunchlist.com. Also, there are certain things in ChatGPT you will find, like you find it hanging at times. You don't get, it's overloaded and things. So the best place to do ChatGPT is go to Playground. That's the original space where you will get the same output. You can try the output here. So beta.openai.com. So here you don't have to wait, and you will be inside this place most of the time. So the chances are that you won't have that prompt saying that we are overloaded, or we are stacked on space, or the servers are full. So this is what we I would like to say. So you can just put the same for prompts, and you will get more or less the same results when it comes to ChatGPT. So these are two things. Apart from this, there are a lot of Chrome extensions for ChatGPT, but the problem is some of them hang, and then that makes your system slow. So you can use these two. This will help you. So any questions so far? Anything? You can interrupt me anytime, because we are a small group. I'm just doing a what you call a beta thing. Okay. So anyone has heard about this website called Hugging Face?
Yes.
Okay. Anyone use it?
Yes.
Yes.
No.
So what it does, this is the community or a site where you can create your own models for anything in AI and machine learning. So there's a community which will help you. And if you want to create something, you can come here, you can get started on machine learning using this space called Hugging Face. Okay. So as a newbie, first thing what we do is we go to spaces. Since we are looking at generative AI, let's just limit ourselves to generative AI and art. So these are the different models people are working on. They are creating. The best thing is you can sort it by most likes. That will give you, an idea that these are the models which are working, because most of them are in testing phases. So you'll find 7 days, 5 days, 4 days. So if you want, some prompts, you can look for prompts, a prompt generator, you can have prompt extenders. So all these tools people are working on, you will get an early exposure to these things. So the place you go is spaces on Hugging Space. So right now we're looking at different ways by which people can do creative art or generative art. So let's look at, we want to create a toon of ourselves, okay? So these are the different AI models people are working on. I choose one of them. This gives me an idea that these are the different types of tools. See, the whole thing is you will not get a consistent result, but you will get a fair idea of what you can do. I will show you tools by which you can create your own stuff, or you can pay and use. So this is how things are going to work, because this is evolving. So what I tell you right now might not be relevant a week later. So that's the way the scene is evolving. Okay, so first thing, this is more for reference. These are the different types of tools you want to create for yourself, or an image. You have a clear face image. So let's use something ready from here, because this will give better clarity, or you can upload your own photo. So I take this lady here. I pre-process. So these all models are still in the development phase. They are not, evolved yet. We will come to the evolved sets later, but I'm just giving an idea of what can happen. And this is a process phase, which you see. Now, these are the different styles. So if you want a cartoon style, these are different styles. So these are models which are created. You want to create caricatures. You want to create anime style. So you want to create a comic. Also, let's look at simple caricature for the time being, because see, you won't get accurate results. It's all about how you're going to play with it. And let's see. So I like, say, suppose I like a style which is, say, this is 20 and this comes to 22. Okay. So I go to 22, I slide my thing here and I come to a slide 22 and I give it some weight. I can give it weight, I can give it color, and then I generate. So, and this is how you're going to play with it till you get what you want. So, and a lot of models will be evolving. So this is what you created out of this. This face, this is what you created. But I feel still, it's not very close, somewhere close to this. So I want to again go here and play with this. So I hope you all are enjoying this. So just write enjoy in the chat. So you can play with different models. You'll be able to see how you are able to generate different type of figures, caricatures, cartoons, everything with your face. This is where you want, if you want to create. Now the other thing is, no, I don't want to create. I just want to pay and get it done. That's very simple thing. Any questions so far?
No.
Okay. So now what I do is I look at an easier way. I use an app. Let me stop sharing. Can you see my screen? So there are a lot of apps which you pay and do. So there's an app called Lensa, which is most popular. They used a model called Stable Diffusion, and they created something like this. So what you do, you go train these models, and then you can launch an app, or you can launch and you can use it in your own use. Call the API from Stable Diffusion. I'll show you how it works, and you can create different avatars. But the thing is, there's an annual subscription on this, and then you have to pay for using the machine. So these are different avatars created in Lensa. So I do a lot of research. I play around with different apps. So you can create, you pay about say 200 rupees or 250 rupees to get about 50 avatars or 100 avatars. So this is one. More or less, if you see all the apps which have, I think they have now they are coming out with similar models, and you will be able to see. Say, 1 minute. So in stories was an app for Instagram, you'll find them. So this is one model where you pay and get your avatar. So you can create these avatars, upload 15 photos, they will create it for you. So whatever works for you, you can. I think last week there was one called Voy. There's Redmi. There are a lot of other things. You can just go. You can create. So if you don't want to, go and do an experiment of other things, then you can choose a particular style. It will create for you, and they charge you some money. I think it's 299 rupees or 300 rupees, depending on the pack you want. You are able to create this.
Hemant bhai, just a small question. I understand that we are using it as a user, right? Already existing models, but you mentioned that we can adapt them and create our own app or our own tool. वो कैसे हो रहा है वो समझ में नहीं आया.
Come to that. So you can create your own tool. Go to Hugging Face. So what you saw in Hugging Face was a similar thing where you have machine learning. You adapt to that. You will create these models. Say Lensa used API from Stable Diffusion, because Stable Diffusion will give you better face characters. Your facial expressions are better. So you use that. Okay. So 1 minute. Let me stop this. We will come to you have to go to Hugging Face, go to the community and see what are the models which are using Stable Diffusion. You follow them, they have a training, you can go there, you can create something like Lensa or whatever you see in most of the filters, everyone is doing that. You can, and you can start your ML journey, machine learning journey, creating different. So if you saw that, what you call interface of the Toon app, I showed you, this is how you create different models. So once you create these models, you can put it in an app or thing, and people will just upload photos and it will create. You have to train these models. So and you have to be active in that community. You will find a lot of things if you are interested in that space. Okay. Now the next thing we are going to see is, I don't know if anyone has. How many of you have used Midjourney? Okay, you're mute. So typically, I want everyone to start their pieces, and I'll share my screen. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
भैया बहुत फास्ट भाग रहे हो सर, हम लोग जैसे न्यूबीज के लिए बहुत फास्ट हो जा रहा है.
No, so Abhishek bhai, so there are 3 parts to this. One is that if you are a developer, you go to the community called Hugging Space and go to the spaces. I'll show you. I'll again share with you. The other thing is, आपको कुछ नहीं बनाना है, आपको मतलब you don't want to create, you just want to pay and create. So there are a lot of apps that will do it for you. You pay them 200, 300 rupees. Apart from the annual subscription, they charge you for the, what you call, the server render time, and they will give you. The third one, the simplest one, is use a tool called Midjourney. So first thing, you log in into your computer, join the beta. If everyone can do it, I mean, you'll enjoy the whole thing. Just come to midjourney.com and join the beta and create and log in. You get 25 images if you're on a free plan. If you can do this, I think this will, I mean, you will go much ahead and you'll learn more. Otherwise, me showing is not going to help you too much. I promise you, by the end of the session, you will create great art and you will be able to. So you don't have to, know much. It's just, how you can use different prompts, different inspirations, and you can be able to create whatever you want. Anyone, you've logged in? Anyone wants to try, or you want me to just take you through?
No, we are logging in.
So I'll log in. Yeah.
Login will help you. So you'll get, you've logged in?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'll stop the screen. You join in beta, and then you can sign in, and I'll take you to another screen. Let me stop share. So I will take you to.
So actually, this is working on Discord. So the screen that I am now on is Discord kind of screen.
Yeah. So I'll show everyone. Let me for the interest of everyone. So what we'll do is, so when you sign up, you will see a screen like this. This is the community. This is what people have created. Okay. So you with this, you need to use Discord, and that's where you are going to create everything. So anyone lagging behind, anyone stuck up, please let me know. So these are different inspirations. So suppose you want to create a ring.
तो बनाएंगे कैसे यार?
हाँ?
दिख तो रहा है बहुत अच्छा बनाएंगे कैसे उसको?
That you'll make. You'll make in another 2 minutes. You'll be ready to make. Next 2 minutes you'll be making your own stuff. Okay. Now what you do is, say you got inspired by any particular. Give me any example you got inspired by. Say a girl. So this is where you can either copy the full command. This is the best thing, or we'll go to Discord. Everyone's logged into Discord?
Yes.
Okay. You click on the top thing, you go to the Mid Journey. So there's a community here. You can go to Mid Journey bot. Click on the Mid Journey bot here. Okay. So the first thing you do is /imagine, and there's a prompt. So this is where you start. Now tell me what you want to create, and we can start creating. So very simple. Let's create a caricature of, and we'll go to prompt detailing later, but very simple. We'll start with a very simple
caricature of Abhishek Rumta climbing to Everest base camp.
Okay. Now, right now, I don't know if it will understand.
No, don't do that, Hemant bhai. I have researched it. It will not be able to capture the photo of Abhishek Rumta.
No.
So suppose if you choose Virat Kohli, it will be able to do it.
Caricature of
Tom Cruise sitting in a camp on Everest base camp.
That is possible.
Okay.
इमेजिन में डालना, इमेजिन लिख के उसके बाद डालना पड़ेगा.
प्रॉम्प्ट आएगा, इमेजिन के बाद प्रॉम्प्ट आएगा. मैन स्टैंडिंग इन फ्रंट स्नो माउंटेन comma want high definition
front of
So the more details you give, it will think. I'm keeping it very simple. We will add on details later on. So this is what once
तो आएगा TOS not accepted लिखा हुआ है यहाँ.
Because you've not terms of service आपने accept नहीं किया. You have to accept the terms of service on Discord, because there are certain terms like not safe for work and other stuff. So you have to accept the terms of service before you come into this prompt.
Okay.
तो Discord में आपको accept करना होगा.
कर लिया, अब हो जाएगा.
Yeah, now you come to the mid. So you come here.
तो इसमें I have been invited to join a server. हमको पहले join करना पड़ेगा.
You join the server.
कौन सा सर्वर भाई?
वो कोई भी server join करता है. You can create your own or you can join. On Discord you can join. You can just click join the server. So what it does, it gives us 4 options. Okay.
Wow.
So these are the 4 options we got, but I feel that I need more options. So there is this regenerate option. I will regenerate this.
कैसे?
Yeah, ये right में you see
refresh.
हाँ, regenerate है, right.
Regeneration.
हाँ.
Okay. So it gives me more options.
वो तो ऊपर भाग गया.
हाँ?
वो तो ऊपर भाग गया. By the time.
No, so you come to the mid journey thing. You come to the mid journey bot, because this is where you will get your own space. Otherwise, what will happen? There are a lot of people creating. You will get confused.
Bot कहाँ पे आता है?
ये आप देखो, you go on the top, Discord direct messages में आके, you will get this mid journey bot with, it's like a boat sailing icon.
Okay. Let me
Then this you will get your personal space.
I see.
So, Hemant bhai,
Hmm.
I am going to Midjourney bot direct messages, and I have nothing in direct messages right now. Blank it is.
आपका मिड जर्नी का नहीं बना है क्या?
नहीं, बट मिडजर्नी का आइकन आ रहा है। मैं मतलब जहां पर बाकी लोग सब कोई रहते हैं वहां मैं जा रहा हूँ, तो ये दिखा रहा है, सब कोई क्रिएट कर रहे हैं, सब एडिशन हो रहा है,
So
वो
you
दिख
you are in the community space.
Hmm.
Just come
Yeah.
on top. You come to the mid journey bar directly वाला में आप. बस वो
Yeah.
community में देखिए
कहाँ
इधर से जाएंगे. See, if you come from here, then you will find that you will end up in that community space.
तो कहाँ
Yeah.
से करना होगा?
ये इधर से नहीं आओगे, इधर से ये डायरेक्ट मैसेजेस से आओगे.
बट डायरेक्ट मैसेजेस में ही ब्लैंक है एक्चुअली, हमारा वही हो रहा है प्रॉब्लम।
वो
Then you
डायरेक्ट
have to
मैसेज।
get your server. वो सर्वर आपको जनरेट करना होगा.
ओके।
हाँ, ऐसा बोलो।
हाँ,
नॉर्मली आ जाता है, उसी में आ जाता
हाँ, हम लोग को समझना पड़ेगा। क्रिएट योर ओन सर्वर।
है. Yeah, just create.
yes, I have created my own
ये बड़ा नया हाइड म्यूटेड चैनल, एडिट सर्वर प्रोफाइल। अरे बाप रे, क्या चक्कर है यार। आपको थोड़ा धीरे धीरे सिखाना पड़ेगा हम लोग को। आप इतना दिन में इतना सीखे हैं, हम लोग को 1 मिनट में कैसे सीख जाएंगे हम लोग?
I'll give you other options. I'll show you other options.
यार हमको वो नहीं मिल रहा है।
नहीं, you're not getting this.
हम लोग एक नया सर्वर बना लिए, अभी डायरेक्ट मैसेजेस में प्लस करने से वो कोड मांग रहा है, उसका 4 डिजिट टैग
नहीं आता है वो. I don't know why you're getting that.
मेरा
हम
सर्वर
डायरेक्ट मैसेज में प्लस किया,
You're not getting this direct
नहीं आ रहा है
message.
यार, वो नहीं आ रहा है।
डायरेक्ट मैसेजेस में प्लस किया तो
अच्छा,
बोल रहा है कि टैग बताओ अपने दोस्त का।
The other way is you can come here in this mid journey जो community वाला space में आ सकते हो. But what will happen when you're creating, you will find a lot of people also creating. So when I come here, what will happen? Newbie करके, if you go to any newbie space,
हाँ
what will happen? By the time you give your prompt, you will find 50 more people, giving their prompts. That will be a
Right.
difference.
हाँ, तो वही तो प्रॉब्लम है ना। तो डायरेक्ट मैसेज वाला रूम ही दिख रहा है हमको।
Let's work on this only then. Not a problem. We'll work on this item.
अभी पब्लिक में करके एक्सपेरिमेंट कर लो, सर्वर बाद में बना लेना.
So you can go to public and say this guy has made a cartoon baby goofy on playing chess.
और दूसरा का काम पे भी हम लोग अपना वो कर सकते हैं क्या, मतलब?
You have. So but thing is, the copyright says whatever is created, they will also have the right to sell and do whatever they want.
So whatever we are creating here, we can also go and sell it.
Yes. So on Adobe, people have been selling generative art on Adobe Spaces and other things.
बाप रे बाप।
So this is how it is. So just to avoid some distraction, otherwise you can, I'm just coming to our own thing, so that otherwise what will happen by the time I give a prompt, then 10 more prompts will come.
ओके, नहीं, यू शो अस, वी विल जहां हम लोग अटकेंगे बाद में हम आपसे पूछेंगे।
No issues. So say suppose you generated this, okay? So whatever you like, okay, out of the 4, you can either upscale this or have variations of that particular thing. So this is 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, which one you all like? Tell me. We'll work on that. Say suppose you like 1, and you can click on the U. It will upscale this message, this photo, and if I want a variation in this, there's the first one. So I can click on V1. So it will give me 4 more options with this and this.
तो अपस्केल का मतलब क्या, बड़ा बना देगा उसको?
You'll get clarity on that. So
Okay.
suppose I want this, I like this first thing, I want to make it better. Okay, now I go to upscale. It will create an upscale of this. So you get 25 images free in your first, and unless you're on a paid plan, so you get 25 images free.
और इसका पेड प्लान भी है?
It's a $10 a month, which is worth it. So you get about 200.
और इसे हाई रेजोल्यूशन जनरेटिव आर्ट बना के हम डाउनलोड करके अपने प्रोजेक्ट्स में भी यूज कर सकते हैं।
Yes. So now I'll show you how you can use to create websites also. So I'll show you how you can create websites using this, and this makes your website very unique. So e-commerce websites में बहुत ज़्यादा चल रहा है, and this is what will create a uniqueness in all your projects. All your projects become unique when you do this. So this is still it's rendering. So you can have now, I think, up to 5 renders or 12 renders at one go. Meanwhile, if this is generating, you can, and if you want to upload your photo, create a variant from there, you can do that. Or so this is what I got when I upscale this. Isco, then you right click, save the image. You can further, upscale it. You have an AI tool which will auto enhance it, and then you can use it for whatever you want. So this is how the basic build journey thing works. Now the other ways, let's look at more interesting ways to create things. Is you have one is you can get inspirations from people in the community. So beautiful red teal cockatiel sitting on a branch. So I'll just go here. I'll just copy the full prompt. Okay. Then we come to my Discord. I use imagine prompt and paste.
मतलब दूसरा का इमेजिनेशन भी कॉपी कर सकते हैं हम लोग.
You can. So what happens? So now instead of a teal, you can make it an eagle.
Red eagle.
Yeah. So
Okay.
So you copied the prompts and then click enter, and it will create. I'll show you different ways how you can get inspired and create your stuff. Okay. So unrecognized arguments. Okay. Let me go to imagine.
While pasting, I think कुछ गलत पेस्ट हो गया था उसमें.
And I know that वो आपका image reference, it was taking a reference image. Pick up something different then. Pick up this. This is the prompt people have given. You can copy the prompt.
ये डिस्कॉर्ड अपने आप में सीखना एक बड़ा काम है.
Discord is a big subject by itself.
शिरीष, तुम तो सीखा है ना, तुम हम लोग को एक दिन डिस्कॉर्ड सिखाओ.
अरे अपने नहीं अभिषेक, तुम अपना बेटा को बोल, सिखा देगा.
अरे नहीं आता उसको.
ठीक है, तुम उसको दे, वो 15 मिनट में सीख के सिखा देगा. तुमको 2-3 दिन लगेगा, उसको 15 मिनट. That's what it is.
ये बात तो है.
तुम उल्टा बोला, उसको सीखने में 15 मिनट लगेगा, वो जब सिखाएगा तो उसमें हम लोग को सीखने में 2 घंटा लगेगा.
वही तो बोला हम.
अच्छा, तुम वही बोला. अच्छा,
और क्या, तुम क्या सोच रहे कि तुम 15 मिनट में सीखेगा, बेटा 2 घंटा में सीखेगा. Don't overestimate yourself.
We took that prompt of a fox, we made it an owl. Right now we are using very simple prompts. Then I will show you how you can use different prompting tools. What you call prompt enlarger. You'll be able to get. So you'll get. See, what happens is it will create random images. You'll have to understand the the terminology of using different seeds. They call it seeds because every time you generate something, it will be random. If you want consistency, you'll have to use a term called a particular seed, which will create that image in a particular style. So this is what we created from the earlier image. Now, if I want variations in, say, the first one or the third one, which one you're like, we'll work on that. So
मैं तो 4 जैसे लग रहा हूँ.
we can regenerate this.
सब सिर के ऊपर से जा रहा है.
अभिषेक सोच रहा है इसमें कहाँ पे फंड कर सकते हैं, ये बताओ. ये सब छोड़ो. आई एम नॉट अ क्रिएटर, आई एम जस्ट अ फंडर.
ना ऐसा मेरे को डिग्रेड मत कर भाई. इतना गंदा डिग्रेडेशन भी मत कर लाइफ में.
मजाक कर रहे हैं.
मजाक उड़ा ले, बात
मजाक।
अलग है। ऐसा
मेरे को
डिग्रेडेशन।
मालूम है शाम तक तुम बहुत सारा हाउस तैयार कर देगा।
Okay. So now I want to create a variation in the fourth one. Okay. So I just go to variation. There's a concept of remix. So this concept you can keep on adding prompts to the version you like,
हाँ,
and red, green.
जब कीवर्ड्स डालने से ही हो जाएगा क्या?
So the more detailing you give, you will find the thing coming out better.
इसलिए हम लोग ऐसा भी दे सकते हैं कि पर्टिकुलर हमको कोई पर्टिकुलर स्टाइल चाहिए, तुम स्टाइल भी डाल सकते हैं इसमें।
So I will show you the style prompt. I will show you. We'll come to that. So right now we are keeping it simple. How you can get different styles. There's a style library where you can refer different artists creating art in different ways. If you want a particular artist doing a particular work, you can do that. So on the version, whichever we choose, version 4, it will create whatever we wanted in different ways.
वाओ,
In rendering, you'll find it, coming. And we can download in high-res.
कौन आवाज कर रहा है ना?
अरुण भाई के यहाँ से आ रहा है।
कोई पॉलिटिकल पार्टी का आवाज लग रहा है।
So
भाई पॉलिटिक्स चाहिए ना।
so to interrupt in between, we all can use a AI tool called crisp.ai. So if we are talking on Zoom, we are talking on Google Meet, even somebody sitting beside you and talking, only your voice will go. No dog barking, no any other voices, nothing. Only
क्या?
your voice. KRISP.ai.
But sometimes this is good.
Yeah.
Okay.
And free for one user.
And you pay $3.
So even Sirish is getting the construction done, but no voice will be transferred. Only Sirish
And
voice.
there's some
No,
interest-
Crisp is not free. Crisp is free for very limited features.
Yeah. So this is what we created out of that.
बाप रे, ये तो बहुत ही सुंदर बना यार।
Okay. Now you
एंड दिस
want
इज यूनिक, मतलब इसको अगर हम लोग है ना गूगल सर्च में डालेंगे, इमेज सर्च में, तो ऐसा कुछ दूसरा नहीं मिलेगा।
no. This is random.
वाओ।
So this is how you create
तो सर
different.
आर्टिस्ट, ग्राफिक डिजाइनर लोग तो जिंदगी खत्म हो गया। शिरीष,
पता है भाई, इसीलिए
सोच
हम
सोच सोच।
सोच लिया।
So this is what you.
सो हेमंत जैसे एक छोटा सा क्वेश्चन है यार, मतलब ये जो ग्राफिक्स बना है, इस ग्राफिक्स में समझ हमको कुछ एक चेंज करना है, और ये तो चेंज, तो ये तो बहुत बहुत हाई लेवल पे चेंज लेगा। तो अगर हमको इसमें कुछ ट्वीक करना, तो ये क्या मेरा इंपोर्ट हो सकता है कहीं इलस्ट्रेशन फाइल में, या कहीं पे जहां पे चेंज कर सकते हैं?
Yes. Everything will be. I'll show you how we are going to create a website now. Now the website. Let's look at how we can create a website, and using Midjourney you can create a website and see how it will work. So let's look at some use cases. Okay. So I say imagine prompt. So let's look at an e-commerce D2C brand or anything website of what do you call it? Food. What do you call
डिलीवरी कंपनी,
it? Delivery company.
Food blogger. Website of a food blogger who reviews restaurants.
I think it will be fun
Let's
if you
make
type
fast food.
chain network. Chain. Yes.
You can change. I'll show you how you can.
Having a franchise model. अलकेश के लिए काम आएगा।
So you need an UI. You need UX. Very simple. We are not getting into detail. Full page. These are all simple prompts because this will help you understand how it is, and I'll show you how you can get more detailed prompts, and how you can then make your website very unique. And this integrates perfectly with, say, Shopify or other things. How you can use different tools to create different Shopify themes. So we didn't get what we wanted, but okay.
So
So not happy with this. Okay, we will have to regenerate this, or let's look at another prompt. Website of to X. So this is what we got here. Let me put this for rendering meanwhile. We'll see. This is what we got. The problem with AI is still not developed with text. So all this text we can actually pull out from here, take it to Photoshop. Let's look at this. I think this is somewhere closer to what we are looking at. Okay.
Yes.
So let's go to upscale 1 and let's look at इसमें variation in 1. Food.
Website of a burger company, UI UX full page.
Yes,
Wow.
इसमें देखो, this is what art it has created.
क्या बात है.
And this is all unique for each thing. So
भाई
how?
इसका HTML बनाने भी बोल दे इसको.
हाँ, अभी दिखाएंगे. How we'll do that? We'll see that also. We are into AI
अरे,
now.
तुम सोचो वो कर रहा है, कोई बात नहीं.
And see, it's all unique. See, this is what it created,
Wow.
a variation of what we wanted.
Wow.
And what we need to do is take it to Photoshop, do the text cleanup. You can add the text cleanup. Or there is a site. So if someone has a Shopify store, there is a site called Gem Pages. You take it to Gem Pages and it integrates with your Shopify theme perfectly. ये देखो. You see
Gem
this?
pages कैसे काम करता है?
Gem Pages will integrate with Shopify and it will create all your headers and your unique things. So in a
तो उसको क्या देना पड़ता है? Gem pages का input क्या होगा? PDF होगा, PSD फाइल होगा क्या?
Yeah, it will be an image file. You'll have to see how it works perfectly, but you pull it to Gem Pages and then you will get what you want. And this integrates, you can create your unique themes in Shopify. This itself is a big market. इसको upscale, you can upscale. So if we had upscale this, you can just go to Photoshop, clean this up, and then make it as a theme in Gem Pages. It will integrate.
So what format does it create?
So this will give you an image format. I think JPEG or whatever format, you can then take it to Illustrator or thing.
But this is high resolution क्या?
So you need an upscaler beyond this because the resolution here is not enough.
Then you have to pay for it, for a high resolution one.
So there are a lot of free upscalers. So enhance.io is there. They are at least 15-20. Just go online and check for photo enhancers. It will just double the resolution or make it up to 4 times. So it will work perfectly. So you can put the aspect ratio also in a wide format or a vertical format, whatever you want it. So this was.
कौन सा बोला? Upscaler.io.
Yeah, enhancer is there. Just go online and search for photo enhancers. You will find AI. I think enhancer.io is there. There are a lot of them. So this is what we were able to create for a commercial thing. So if you want to work on this, so the fourth image, you want variation in this, you can look for variation or you can upscale it. So you can look for variation in, okay, sorry, let me cancel this. I want variation in style number 3. You can add more prompts to this or let it be the way it is. This is good to start with. Now, this is the basic stuff. We've understood this. Now we want to understand how we can extend our prompt to get more of what we are looking for. Yes. this is what. Can you see the quality of the images?
Yeah.
The output. And if you
तो
have your
तो ये
custom,
हेमंत, ये किसी का कॉपीराइट वायलेशन तो नहीं हो रहा है ना इसमें?
no, unless see the Midjourney says there are cases on stable diffusion, which there is still argument, create a thing of Nike shoes or nothing. There are a lot of cases running, but to some extent, yes, it does not violate. It's a gray area, still gray area.
I think at this moment it's a gray area, but soon enough it'll come under the ambit of some obscure law which they'll create to push this down a little bit.
100%. For royalty, they will come. But still, if you're using unique stuff, it will, you can from here you take it to gem pages, what you call gem pages. On your Shopify store, it integrates perfectly. You can play with it, and your themes will be very different from what others are using. That itself will give you an edge.
I think it was giving an option for Google search. So whatever image you have, you can search on Google to see if there is any close equivalent. And if you don't find, then you are relieved, at least to some extent.
Right. You can. So there is a reverse image search. So you go to Hugging Face again, and there is a model where you can do image to text search. So where you put your image and I want image, sorry, it's text, it's image to text. You just upload the image and it will give you that description. So you like a particular image, or first thing you go to, say, suppose you go to what you call Shutterstock. Let's go to, you can see my screen.
Yes.
Shutterstock. Say you like a particular image, a particular, thing. How are you going to see it's going to work for you or not? So you can look for, say, this particular pose. Okay. See, this is where you get some prompt ideas. Can you see this? Or you can put this image into text to image search AI, image to text, and it will create that text for you after going through that. So there are a lot of tools that will help you do this. Others you can come here, or there's something known as a prompt hero. So
Hemant bhai, Abhishek ne question pucha, how do you really ensure that the image that you have created, by any chance this is not similar to any other image? क्योंकि ultimately जो भी वो create कर रहा है database से, it is based on thousands of other images. So there is minute chance that what you have created must be similar or copyrighted by someone else.
So then you'll have to do a reverse image search, or you have to go to Google Vision and then you can put it and it will search, and that's how it is. See, it's still a gray area, but there is a lot of research to be done. I'm not in a position to give you, consolidated answer, but yes, there are tools that will tell you that this is not violating, and you can put a disclaimer. So you can always put a disclaimer saying that all standard disclaimers apply, or this is a generative art. Because generative art itself, if you go on Adobe Stock, has become important. So you go to Adobe Stock, it will give you generative art का option आता है.
नहीं, people are selling generative art on Adobe Stock also.
Yeah, that's what this Adobe Stock में दे रहे हैं. So you are getting generative art, आपको मिल रहा है. So people are creating. That means there must be something that is allowing them. But see, there will be legal suits and all. It will be against Midjourney or against Stable Diffusion or Google Imagine. So these are different models which work. So we'll have to still, it's still evolving. So we don't know. Gray area.
And Hemant bhai, any highlight on कि मैंने सुना कि Google is also coming out with a lot of tools sometime in May or June.
So Google Imagine is there. They started off well. Google Imagine video is there where you say a bear washing dishes or thing. I'll show you imagine, but I don't want to dilute it to that space. Otherwise, what will happen? It's still at nascent stage. Google Sparrow is coming out. Google Imagine is there. A lot of models from Google. If you go to Hugging Face, you will find a lot of models from Google which are there. So if you see here, people are working on Google. There are 553 models Google is working on right now. And there are people, there's a community which works here. So yeah, you will find things changing, because when DALI started, it was number one. Then Stable Diffusion took over. A lot of people are using Stable Diffusion for faces. Then Midjourney was an easier one, because I can create an image from my mobile with the Discord. It was easier. So then again, you have at least hundreds of models which are there, like Blue Willow, again like Midjourney. You have Mage.scale, Prompt Hero, one minute. Prompt Hero is there. It will give you prompts for everything you want. Now they started charging. It was earlier free. So if you want a prompt for Midjourney, you can get here, and it will give you the inspiration images. Now people are all free. Now they've started charging. So if you want for a particular model, you can say that I want it for OpenJourney. They've come out with Stable Diffusion, DALI. So you can just go to Prompt Hero, or there's Prompt Extender. There are a lot of tools which will help you.
So basically, even by what I've understood is, with the prompts being on sale right now, a lot of people have mastered a certain kind of a photo or illustration, and they are having these prompts available for sale, just आपने भी बताया. So it's just like the templates, you can then change it. Instead of red, you mention I want it in blue, or you want black hair, something of that sort.
Artist, yeah. So there's an artist collection where you can go. These are their tools, free tools. Let me see if I put it here. Let me check. 1 minute. Let me open my thing. From Moonshot. 1 minute. There's replicate. There's 1 minute. Copy. Let me show you this. So this will give you whatever style, artist style you want. Yeah. So you want a particular style. So this will give you, and it will generate a prompt for you. So this is there. This is prompt tools which are there. आपको lighting चाहिए, you want a particular lighting, it will tell you. So now everything is there. So this prompting is again, what is the quality you want, rough, more detailed, you want particular style, you want colors. This is all reference. All this you can keep on adding to your prompt. Right now, I think it's too early for me to get into too much detail. Otherwise, it will be overwhelming. But right now, it's still on version 3. Now, whereas Midjourney is version 4. So, but it still works. So, you can.
इसमें ग्रीटिंग कार्ड वगैरह, ग्रीटिंग अगर बनाते हैं अपने जो भेजते हैं, हाँ वो सब भी बन सकता है आराम से.
Everything can be done.
उसको तो बनाना कोई मुश्किल ही नहीं होना चाहिए. एक्चुअली वो तो बहुत इजी होना चाहिए.
Nothing. You create a model, do an automation. It works perfectly. I mean, everything can be done with different. You create a particular style, train the image. They do a ML, and people select, and it will automatically create for you. That is one ML model you can get.
So the brand guideline, if you have to put, the brand guideline is basically that you're saying you have to create your own style.
Yeah, you can define ना, तो ये आपका parameters fixed हो जाएगा अजी, and then from there you can take it up. So you have particular liking for some artist. So एक artist का style चाहिए. So this is where you can get into what you call copyright infringement, where you say I want Jean Michael or Basiquet style, and when I say this, when it creates, then this guy can put a claim. This is what I feel could be a challenge.
But if I have 4 or 5 images and I say creates images similar color, so can it also take the color and put it back into a theme?
Yes. So they've come out with a blend mode where you put up to 5 images and blend them.
Gotcha.
वो
हेमंत जी सम्राट है।
क्या समझ
मैं बोल रहा हूँ कि अगर अपना एलिमेंट कुछ ऐड करना चाहिए है मेरे को, सो आई वांट इफ आई वांट टू ऐड सम ऑफ माय ओन एलिमेंट्स, वो कैसे ऐड करें?
you can because you go to Discord. There are two things now. The Discord main is concept of blend now slash blend. So you drag one photo, two photos, three, up to 5 photos you will take. This still in I think nascent stage, but say suppose I add my photo and then I add Batman, it will blend that.
Okay.
And then you will have to still fine tune it to a great extent. You will find that you will get more or less what you're looking for. So blend mode is for people who wanted to create avatars, or I put a character or thing. So blend mode still evolving, but you can do blending. Instead
Okay.
of
No,
magic,
so if I go back to your earlier example of the shoe template, जहाँ पे वो running shoe का template जो बनाया ना, उस पे if I want to add my own shoes,
yeah, you
photo
can.
shoot of my own shoes.
You can. So you give your shoes.
Okay.
So what you do is you upload your shoe photo here. Let me show you how you're going to do that. And come out of this. Just a minute. So you have a photo. You can just upload it, and that will become a reference. So let me see if I have something in my photo thing. Images, pictures. Okay. I upload a file. That I can have. So what it does, you have to upload your image or whatever. If it's an object, you just copy the image address.
And we pass it as a
So imagine prompt. I paste the address. Small boy PD the by LE clear features. Okay. You can keep on adding, but I'm just giving a rough. So this gives you an idea that what you can do.
wow.
So and then you can give your image weights and say that this is the weight I want to give the image, and then you need to play. So if you saw the Hugging Face model, you can play with it.
तो ये जो मॉडल है ये कैसे बना रहे हैं?
So it is taking reference and then you give a weight. So this is nowhere close to what you see here, but it takes a reference. So I have to put an image weight, then the seed. Every time it will create different. But see, this took reference from my image, and this is what it gives.
क्या बात है? This is हेमंत भाई.
हेमंत भाई रिवर्स एजिंग हो गया.
And then say, suppose this is nowhere close to what I look like, then I can keep on changing it and put in, image weight. I keep on increasing the image weight. So it will give focus to the image and then it will start playing. So this.
तो बोलो update this image with थोड़ा छोटा, थोड़ा thin.
So that we can. Yeah. So then I say, suppose I don't like this, I'll put it into regenerate. So you got it, Samrat?
Yes. Thank you so much. क्लासरूम चालू करिए. एक क्लासरूम चालू करिए, रात को ज्वाइन करते हैं.
यार हमने हैप्पी न्यू ईयर का बैनर बना लिया व्हाट्सएप में जो हमको भेजना है सबको.
The problem is that text is still, it still is a challenge, but you can. And what happens, suppose it comes somewhere close to my face or something here, then I can actually copy the seed and then use that for, consistent images. So for that, I have to give my character a name, an Indian name, so it will create an Indian character. So this is creating more like a Firang character here. But I want to create an Indian character. So I say Hemant Chabria or XYZ or thing, and give that consistency, and over a period of time, it will be able to make.
अब जो कमेंट पास कर रहे तो कैसे करते, जैसे मेरा तो आ नहीं रहा, जैसे वेरिएशन दे रहा है जब,
हाँ,
मेरे को तो वो नहीं पूछ रहा है.
you can put it together also.
हाँ,
Go to imagine.
नहीं, जैसे मेरा V1 पे जब हम क्लिक कर रहे हैं ना, आई एम नॉट गेटिंग एनी ऑप्शन टू टाइप मोर डिटेलिंग, जो है ना वो मेरे को मिल नहीं रहा.
हो सकता है this in the free model in mind now, but it will give. I don't see 25 images you are allowed to create.
हाँ, मेरा भी नहीं आ रहा है. मेरा भी V1 करने से उसी का सेम का मल्टीपल वर्जन कर रहा है, बट कोई प्रॉम्प्ट नहीं दिखा रहा.
Maybe because it's
पे करो AI को पे करो.
मेरा तो नाम ही AI है.
could be. I am not sure, but this could be.
AI.Mathu.
बट आपके में बाय डिफॉल्ट आ रहा है क्या?
No,
वो शायद पेड में आता है हेमंत भाई.
अच्छा,
ये है असली
do a
खेला.
lot of research, so it works for me.
कितना है पेमेंट मिड जर्नी का हेमंत?
Journey is $10 a month for 200 images, but Blue Willow is an equivalent. You get 1,000 images in the same thing, so you have little different variations on this. Any questions?
I just want to make a comment. मैंने ये देखा जितना भी AI है, सबसे पहले आर्ट ऑफ प्रॉम्प्टिंग इज द मोस्ट वाइटल.
Yeah, so
और आप धीरे धीरे प्रैक्टिस करके लाइक यू हैव टू मेक लॉन्ग इलैबोरेट डिटेल्ड कमेंट प्रॉम्प्टिंग, मतलब तभी एक्यूरेट आएगा. एंड यू कैन यूज द स्टाइल ऑफ several artists or writing style of Shakespeare or Arundhati Rai or whatever. Plus you can also give negative, like don't use style of blah blah blah, which will possibly help you in avoiding copyright issues. This is what I've learned.
अरुण भाई, ऑफिस में भी तो वही है. To get the things done, you will have to ask the right questions and give the right kind of instructions.
Exactly. आप किसी को बोलोगे एक सॉफ्टवेयर लिख के ले आया, थोड़ी लिख के ले आएगा, उसको बताना पड़ेगा.
डिटेलिंग देनी पड़ेगी वहां पर, वो सेम अपने को डिटेलिंग शायद देनी पड़ेगी.
इसमें आप इसका पेड वर्जन में कैसे जाओगे?
So you go to Mid Journey ना, मेन उसमें जाओगे आप, वहाँ पे you will subscribe. So here you go to Hugging Face, look for prompt extender in these spaces. You will be able to get prompt extenders, and you'll get an idea after doing couple of images. You will get, so you can get prompt extender Mid Journey के ऊपर चाहिए, इसके ऊपर चाहिए, whatever you need you will get.
कहाँ मिलेगा?
यहाँ पे huggingface.com में चाहिए.
Hugging Face में सारे prompt extenders मिलते हैं क्या? So prompt extender is actually one of these models, right? Which you actually put it on Spaces.
Yes, Spaces में क्या है? These are people working on different AI models, and say you want it for Mid Journey. So what are the models for Mid Journey? You will get it here.
Okay.
So what will happen? These people are already working on these models.
I see.
So इससे आपको मिल जाएगा Mid Journey के अंदर Super Journey. People are working on different models. You can get from here.
बाप रे.
So and best way is to search here is go for number of likes, because see a lot of them are only 5 days old. These models might crash. You don't know. So most likes के हिसाब से जाओगे तो you will understand that this is still here to stay. Because if these guys are working from December, then chances are that they are there for quite some time.
So Hemant bhai, like in Mid Journey, आपने जो बोला कि we can upload an image, existing images of designs or faces or anything, and we can ask for variation, right?
Yes.
And that's where how we can add prompts, and that can create multiple versions of it.
Yes. ये तो हो गया आपका creative art. Okay. Now, any questions so far?
So I was able to add Mid Journey into my direct server. Oh, ठीक है. So now
हम भी कर पाया finally.
Finally.
No, it's an interesting tool. It's very addictive. Now I stopped watching TV and playing more with this, so it works good for me. You want to see some more tools, or what do we do? Okay.
I just had an input, Hemant bhai. Were you
Yeah.
talking about that copyright infringement जो हुआ था?
There's one going on Stable Diffusion के साथ.
No, this actually goes back quite long back. I don't know if you guys read about when Obama came for the second term. His theme was hope. That image of him, which was used widely, an illustration, which was a 3-color illustration of him sitting and looking in a direction, that was basically an illustration copied of a photograph by some photographer a couple of years earlier, and then eventually there was a out-of-court settlement between the photographer and the Obama campaign head. So what he had done was he had taken an image as a reference and created an illustration just as a reference point, and there was a settlement. So I think somewhere this will also impact all this, getting designs or any likeness close to it, they will claim, or some stuff like that.
Yes, I agree. They could be. So it's still a gray area. So that's why I said 50
I
shades.
think the direction the world is moving in, we'll forget about privacy, copyrights, and everything, and we'll move into a very different zone. That's what I think next couple of years, nobody will be bothered much about it. So like we have already unknowingly compromised our privacy, right? To an extent.
Yes. So I think next 3 months, a lot of things are going to change. So 100%. If you see now, when I'm talking to the camera, I might be reading something or the other. There is an AI tool from NVIDIA, and this Maxine, what it does, I might be looking at a teleprompter, but my eyes will be looking at you. And that's the AI which does everything. It sits on my webcam and it does. So this is how things have evolved now. Let me share with you. So if you see, generative art is not only this, we have to look at it beyond. Even the ad creatives which we are creating, I use a tool called Ad Creative. It gives me, variations and says that this is the interaction it's going to get, or conversation score. It is going to get 99. If I give this creative, it's at 95, 94, and it works to some extent. I'm not saying it's perfect, but it works. So you have one creative and it does, it gives you the AI, gives you that this is how it is going to work. Then say, suppose I'm doing an e-commerce, shoot, other stuff, and now I don't need models. I just put in the product and say that this photo of a smiling woman wearing classic blazer. You give the photo of the blazer and then the market changes, man. So this tool called booth.ai, it will create the model, and you want an Indian model wearing it, aapka kaam ho gaya. This is how things have changed. You want to do, what do you call, I want to create a video out of an image. So suppose I just have a photo. I have this photo. I want to create, or I can upload your own photo, and you want it to talk. I don't need anything else. I just use AI and it will do everything for me. So suppose I can get a script. I can upload my own voice and do this. So if I want to invite people for an event, and say I use Abhishek's face and his voice also, I can train. Create what do you call, a deep fake, and play it perfectly.
सही है.
Yes.
I want to share an interesting thing in this same context. There is one podcaster, so who podcasts in English, and he says that there are AI tools available which will translate my podcast to Kannada or Hindi or Malayali, and this will be my voice speaking in that accent and that language. So I don't need to have any translators or dubbing artists. I think it's dubbed something.ai. Everything is AI. But he said that I can do this, and as if I am speaking in Kannada or Malayali or whatever. So that is now already existing.
Yeah, it is. One minute. I'm not getting the sound, but yeah, so it creates the video, and
You have to sign up.
no, I've already signed up, so I don't know why it's. Let me see. Log in with Google.
हेमंत भाई साइन अप करके उसका पेड पैकेज में भी जा चुके होंगे अब तक.
Yeah, so that's what I do.
हाँ.
So I don't know why I'm getting this, but yeah, you'll get an idea that this image starts talking, and you'll be able to play with it. So this is what it is. Then if you are doing, Rahul bhai, if you're doing photography, you have tools like you can create. So you give me any prompt, I'll tell you photograph of the face screen. Photo. This is where things are evolving, and every day, by evening when I go back, I'll find something of on the. So you can say next to lavender.
ये नहीं है क्या कॉल बोल के लंच
It will generate.
Can you include some sand?
Yeah. So
I'm just curious to see how well it pulls off texture.
it will.
का सब्जी है मटर का पूरी है
This is an example where you'll be able to.
आलू का पूरी भी बचा लेके
This is generating. Let it generate.
अभी लोगे
ये समझ में आ रहा है कि there will be severe demand on processing power. Probably already existing, but this demand is only going to go up.
Yeah. So
as more and more people adopt.
Amazon बहुत पैसा कमाएगा.
No, Amazon नहीं. Google has given this space for free. So for processing, Google is giving. So I'm not getting the name. So Google is giving this space. You can rent it out and then you can use it. It works.
Google जो देगा तो temporarily free देगा, बाद में तो paid कर ही देगा.
Obviously, the idea is to get used to it. Now maybe to get more traction for them, it could be a strategy.
I think traction से ज़्यादा just training their whatever the thing that they have at the back.
ये hugging face अपने आप में इतना कुछ है इसमें है.
Hugging Face is a community by itself. You can upload your own image. Suppose you're doing e-commerce shoots, you can upload your photos and then you can say it is, this is the background. I think it will blend perfectly.
भाई लड़का का फोटो को लड़की बना दिया. ये कैसे होता है?
So you can.
ऐसी कुछ ऑप्शन सिलेक्ट किया, लड़का का फोटो को पूरा लड़की जैसा बना दिया है तो.
Yes.
So dating websites.
See, this is what it generated.
Nice.
On a marble top, and then you can choose, and then if I upload my photo, so it will look very realistic. Anything else? Then you have a notes taker, which is Phantom. So if I put it here, so whatever we learn, it will summarize for me and then it will give. So notes taker is there. YouTube video, if you watch, there's a YouTube summarizer. So there's no end to it. So generative.
Note summarizer और notes summarizer ये क्या अपने आप intelligently उसका keywords ले लेगा और उसको summarize
Yes, I'll show you. This is a tool called Phantom.video. Let me share my screen.
So I think अपने पास जो अपॉर्चुनिटी बचेगा वो जो पैसा कमा रखे हैं जो भी थोड़ा बहुत है हिमालय पे जाइए आराम से मेडिटेशन कीजिए बहुत टाइम
People say the game is
इसको यूज करके क्या बनेगा आगे ये देखना होगा.
ठीक है
the problem is people buy from people they know, like and trust. So till the time people trust you, they will get it done from you.
and I think that is needed. पहले भी डिजाइनर तो लोग हायर कर सकते थे but idea is the speed will go high, the price will go down and you need maybe Sirish will need 10 people team, then they will do 10 times business, more business.
Yes, yes. So he has to work on it. So what it happens, see, this is how it works. This, say, suppose I've plugged in into my Zoom, it will take all the notes and then create the highlights for that. Or there's a plugin called YouTube Summarizer. So if you're watching YouTube video, it will summarize everything and give it.
And it will automatically use its intelligence to find out the key factors out of that, right?
Yes.
इसमें अच्छा टूल कौन सा है, खराब टूल कौन सा है, इसका मतलब कहाँ से कोई इसका रिव्यू साइट भी है जहाँ से पता चले, क्योंकि इतना सारा टूल्स बन गया, कौन सा टूल में दिमाग लगाना चाहिए, किसको अवॉइड करना चाहिए, कैसे पता चलेगा?
There's nothing as good or bad. I'll tell you what. All the tools are evolving over a period of time. So I normally look at 4-5 tools. This is how I look at it, and leave it. If something is not up to the mark today, I will leave it for some time, and maybe after 3 months, this will add some features which are not there in other tools. So all the tools will evolve. If you see my tool list, I'll have at least 150-200 tools which are there with me. I have not used, but over a period of time, I will see that tool has evolved. Okay. So I was using an automation tool called Captain Data. It got acquired by Integratomat. Now that has become better. Earlier, it was not up to the mark. So could be anything.
एक बात तो यार, आप वो चैट जीपीटी में बता रहे थे, तो उसका क्या है, डेटा डॉट वो है क्या, data.openai.com है कि कैसे उसका यूआरएल, जहां आपने बोला ना प्लेग्राउंड मिल जाता है?
Yeah, you go to playground. No? This is 1 minute. I'll just share the.
How is the URL? What is the URL uska?
I'll give you the URL is beta.openai.com/playground. So इसमें I'll 1 minute. I'll share the screen. So playground में, so what happens? You choose the text DaVinci 3. So you have your same data instead of you getting hanging thing.
ये सबसे लेटेस्ट होता है क्यों?
हाँ, it is like people, the chat GPT is pulling data from here.
Okay, chat GPT 3 is also pulling data from here only.
There, but yes, I can say that with whatever knowledge I have, but this is how it works.
Wow.
Playground will do more or less everything for you. So you can have lengths, you can define, what is the accuracy, temperature is basically how close you want. You can play with that.
So in Playground, you have images option as well, yeah?
Abhi chat GPT, yesterday I was reading, day before yesterday, they have come out with that image option. Kahin to padh raha tha. So give me a day or two, I will be able to explore that, and maybe aaj weekend hai, so maybe I'll sit on this. So here you will get chat GPT most of, otherwise you have plugins like Merlin, but Merlin से क्या होता है, hang हो रहा है अभी. Merlin Chrome extension है.
ये देख, यहाँ पे एक मजेदार चीज हुआ यार. हमको ये बोला कि राइट द इंडेक्स फॉर अ कोर्स ऑन यूजिंग डिस्कॉर्ड. ये तो पूरा कोर्स लिखना चालू कर दिया.
Yes.
ई बुक वगैरह सब बेकार हो गया अब तो.
हाँ, कंटेंट दैट वे, वो सारे कंटेंट तुम एक बार ये लिखो ना, तुम एक बार अपना डाइट चार्ट मांगो.
Yeah, it gives you that there's a diet.ai.
And very amazingly, you just give your inputs whatever you want and how you want to change in next 2 months, and accordingly they'll prepare a diet chart, and which is amazing.
You say that these are the ingredients I have, and the AI will create it for you. Tell you that this is what you can make. I want an Indian dish, he'll tell you.
See ya.
Anything else? Ask me anything. On AI.
I think we are sinking in. So it was
Playground में बोल रहा है, you reached your usage limit. अभी use किया है नहीं तो भी.
अभी तो बहुत टाइम लगेगा समझने में।
पैसा दो $42 तब बात करो।
कहाँ पे $42 तो कहीं मांग ही नहीं
प्लेग्राउंड में
रहा।
तो नहीं है, प्लेग्राउंड में अभी आई थिंक
नहीं नहीं, प्ले ग्राउंड में बोल रहा है यू हैव यूज्ड योर रिसेस लिमिट,
ओके।
जबकि हम पहली बार खोला।
तो तेरा कोई और तेरा यूज कर
Hacked.
लिया।
Hacked. You are hacked.
You're hacked। पब्लिक को चाहिए वो तेरा पहली खोल खाल के यूज कर लिया है।
यस,
इसका एपीआई भी आने
मेरा
वाला
आज
है।
हाँ
मेरा आज तक इंस्टाग्राम ही हैक नहीं हुआ है, ये क्या हैक होगा?